Hi Taurus, it's Lynn from Tinker Tarot and Cartomancy, and I'm here to do your November reading. And it looks pretty good, Taurus. Like, this is nice stuff. This is big life-changing stuff going on here, okay? You have a lot of major arcana, and you're overcoming some past situation where you um maybe felt overwhelmed in some way, maybe someone borrowed some money or you borrowed some money. There seems to be maybe someone helped you, and there's something about it that bothered you a lot in the past, but or their actions maybe bothered you, like it wasn't equal give and take here kind of thing. Anyway, this could have been with an air sign, an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra person, or it's hardened you a little bit. You're tougher, your heart's still there, but there's more of a spiritual side. I think you enter some sort of spirituality here, in some sort of form, whatever you take on. But let's back up the horses here. So these two cards jumped out for you in the Sacred Rebels Oracle. um, you have spirals of manifestation, and then you have heaven sent. So there's an idea that you have, okay? It's been brewing around in your mind, and it's going to plop suddenly into your reality out of nowhere, and you're going to have an opportunity. This is heaven sent. This is a gift being sent to you, maybe by your ancestors up there looking down on you, but there's some sort of gift opportunity coming for you for change, okay? Something you want, but maybe we're afraid to ask for, or maybe afraid to pursue for some reason. And mostly because of your own thoughts. Like, and once you change those in whatever your because you in the Queen of Swords we conquer. We're not the king yet, but we are the queen, and we conquer. You will conquer the mind. You will not let that get away on you anymore. You make decisions based on facts. And but anyway, then you have the wheel jumped out for you in the Druidcraft Tarot, and the wheel is changed. She's come out of the cave. She's feeling free, and she's very serious. If you look at the look on her face, she's very serious and focused here, right? She wants to expand. There's a double spiral on her arm, and she's making a circle. She's making a new plan. She's got an idea. She wants to expand. And there's some sort of cycle she's completed here. She's holding the medicine wheel, or the, what do they call it in the Druid? Um, I can't remember right now. I'll come up with it. But yeah, and she's very grounded, very grounded. This also indicates possible travel because the wheel is movement. It's movement. Things are changing. And all three of these cards have wheels. All three of these cards have, spirals of things expanding here. Okay, so this is really good, Taurus. Anyhow, so I told you about the recent past, this upset in the past, that it's kind of hardened you, but you've entered some sort of reality in a way, but um, where you're a little more serious, but a little more spiritual. There's something that's awakened within you here. Then in the present, which is, probably mid-November, beginning of November, you have rebirth, Three of Wands, and the High Priest. So in rebirth, again, like in the wheel, she's come out of the cave. She's new, she's grounded, she's ready, she's planning, she's thinking, the wheels are turning. Same here. So in the Judgment card, it's next level of maturing or acceptance. There's something you accept about yourself now, and you're okay with it, and you're ready to begin a new journey. We come out of the cave, we're ready to expand. There's the rabbits, there's double spirals here. The trumpet is being blown because you're being called. You have a calling, and you're going to answer this call. And I know you're going to answer this call because you have the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is also movement. It's after the two, which is meeting or planning or envisioning. And here the Three of Wands is actions. He can see the road ahead of him. He's, getting ready to walk down that road and see that where that's going to take him. He's very optimistic. There's a lot of potential for growth here with these three popping up and new leaves, new growth on them. And then we have the high priest. And the high priest could be someone you go to for guidance, or this is what you're excelling to, in some way. You could be a teacher, you could become a counselor, you could be working in an organization like a government, the hospital or school. You could be like in some way you're doing service, or you're helping in some way, guiding in some way, and so you are finally ready to do that after, all the experience and everything that you've had in your life. You're ready. You've accepted yourself, and that there's actually something about that you have to offer. So it's wisdom, right? It's wisdom. When you learn from your mistakes, it's wisdom. So in the future, which is like the end of November, could be into December even a little bit, you have the Six of Wands. So this is getting recognition. You may have people that you are supervise, or like I said, you're being followed in some way. You give guidance. People believe in you, or they, trust your words, or so you're leading in some way here. Okay, it could be a promotion in some way, but it's definitely a step up for you, big time. And then you have the Strength, and the Strength card is an interesting card because there's two sides of us, right? That's what we realize back here in the Judgment. It's okay. And it's handling things with grace. We sure, we have the beast, and we know at any time we can pull the beast out, and then you're in for it. But we don't need to do that, because we can have composure and patience and pride, right? And there's also something about sexuality here too, where you um it's the time and place kind of thing. So there's a time and place for those sorts of things. But I feel like in this new position, you have to handle things. You have to learn to be a little more gentle, or not take it personal, or something like that. You contain yourself, compose yourself a little bit. But you're very proud of yourself. You feel strong here. There's a lot of strength and inner strength. And the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is the king of compassion, and a very nurturing person, has learned all the lessons of the heart, been through it all, the good and the bad. And he usually could be a family member, possibly, or could be someone that comes into your life near the end of November. So, like I said, this person is loyal. We have the dog in the background. They may even have a dog. Could be a musician. Um, but very sweet, helpful person, anytime, good friend at the very least. But this person, while they love, they also need their own time, like that separation or something like that. So just know that one foot in, one foot out. But they mean everything they say. So yeah. So this person, this King of Cups or King of Hearts, because this person is also probably very attractive too. This person could be very attractive, good looking, charming, funny, stuff like that. Could be blue eyed person. Doesn't have to be, but it strongly suggests that. So maybe someone at work you could be meeting, working with, befriending, attracted to, something going on there. So let's see what we have going on for you in the cartomancy, which is reading the regular playing cards. So Jack of Hearts, this is where you are right now. Queen of Clubs and the Nine of Clubs. So yeah, there could be a love sparking at work, at the work site here. You could have met someone that is, you think, smart, funny. They're people that um, manifest like they like to do. They don't just talk about something; they do it. They're very creative and resourceful. Resourceful. That's the word. But anyway, so this is Cupid, especially in this situation. So I think you are this person, Taurus, or there's someone at work that's caught your eye. This is at work. And so you may be having flirty chit chats. Mm hmm. Mm hmm. So, yeah, it looks like you've taken some sort of steps. You're probably making more money, feeling more secure. You could be part of a new team too. It does feel a little like government here. This is a very ambitious place. You could also be traveling overseas. You might be taking a trip. This is highly indicated. This is definitely for vacation. Um, you could be thinking about purchasing something overseas is another possibility, but this really looks like a trip to me, a vacation of some sort that you could be going on, could be in November, early December. But anyway, you feel successful at this time, you feel good, confident. Wow. Holy Taurus. Oh my God. So you have the Ace of Diamonds, the Nine of Hearts. This is like a love letter, very possibly a love letter. And the Five of Clubs. So this is something that's going to grow. I feel like you're also getting more balanced in your life. You're feeding all parts of the self, not just one or two. Um, yeah, this really looks like a love letter. Something that's it, delighting you. It could be a new contract, also an agreement of some sort, something you probably sign that makes you extremely happy. And this is about your creativity and how you work, but it's definitely a bonus for you. Like this is a bonus. But it's more like there's a bonus in two ways. I feel like there's a financial bonus, definitely. But this, I feel like, opens up more of a creative side of you, and you're not necessarily creating something like that's tangible, like that you can hold in your hand. It's, more of a medicine in a way that you're giving people, whether you're telling stories or you're musically inclined. Maybe you're learning to play some sort of instrument or sing. Um, it's some sort of other possible gift that you might share. Like that's, yeah. So, two of clubs, jack of diamonds, and the seven of spades. So this could be around work itself as well. Doesn't have to be, but it could have been a meeting about news that you heard that someone was crying. So this could be at work. So if you are managing teaching, maybe you're managing behaviors, emotional with young people, like that are having emotional problems, might be because this looks like a meeting to plan something, plan perhaps, um, a plan of care, something like that. But it looks like, it looks like it could be a younger person, and they're emotional, upset, and trying to work out some sort of plan, meeting with them. So you're doing some sort of healing, probably guiding, teaching. How others see you is five of diamonds, eight of hearts, and the 10 of hearts. So there's definitely others see you getting more money. You're getting, um, some sort of reward or some sort of up in your pay. You're getting good news, that's for sure. Could be something about a home. You could be moving because this your second 10. Didn't you get the 10 of diamonds too? Maybe I'm wrong. First 10. Okay. But it's the best one. So this is talk, and it also could be love talk, something growing here, something of value. But you could be getting gifts too. Also, you could be getting sort of gifts of value here. But people see you doing well and, really a lot happier. Okay. Something may come to a happy ending in a relationship too. Sometimes endings is that they're moving on and everything's good, or they're just moving on the other side of the country. It's not going to be the same as it was. In the foundation, it looks like there was a separation, but you tried to talk and work it out, and it may not have turned out exactly like you were hoping. I don't think it turned out the worst, but it wasn't what you were hoping. You may have had to sacrifice a little bit in the negotiation over the separation. Could it be separated from where you used to work? Could be in a relationship. You're working out all the property and, who gets what and what gets who. And then in the surprise, there's the tens. Look at that. Two of them right there. 10 of spades, trumped by, and trump is an old word for wild, card. 10 of diamonds, right on top of that. So this really dulls that and it completes it in a good way. If there was, if you, I don't know, if there was something going on, you're getting some sort of money out of an ending here. That's for sure. I think you're going to be secure, financially secure in some way. But you might worry about this settlement, or you might worry about this ending, or something like that. Um, I also see too, there's a possibility that, to excel to this position now, you need to leave something behind. Okay. So you have to end something. And there's a chance, there's a bit of nervousness when we're going from that stable rock to the shaky rock that we don't know so well. And I think you're worried. This is too good to be true, for one thing, because I think you get some sort of this gift of an opportunity or position or whatever dropping in your lap. And in some ways, you may not trust it at first. You're like, Is there a hidden camera somewhere? What's going on here? But surprise, surprise, Taurus. This is an excellent reading for you. You know, I've kind of been feeling for about maybe 4 months this layer of gloom over us. And I mean everywhere in the world. And I know there's been a lot of other stuff going on for a couple of years, or, we could go on and on about that. But just in the past 4 months, there was this people were having a really difficult time. The people that are doing well in life, and the people that aren't doing so well in life have a really difficult time with and then their reactions to it weren't um I don't know, it was varied across the board. But so I feel like the energy is starting to change right now, in November. I feel like the energy is starting to shift, whatever that was hanging over us, whatever planetary energy or, sextile conjunct thing that was happening. I think it's passing now. And there's a weight being lifted off everyone. And man, does it ever show in yours. There is definitely a weight being lifted for you. And I think it's when you have some sort of realization, you know, when you might be going through a period of how you're blaming yourself or feeling like a failure in some way or something like that, where you come to a realization, you wake up and you have a new belief and a new devotion to something, okay? Especially after you get this heaven sent gift. You're going to be like, how did I get so lucky? You get that job or that responsibility or that title that you didn't ever think you could get, and you're getting it. So dream big, Taurus, dream big. Anyway, happy Thanksgiving to all my American friends. And I want to say thank you to all our veterans out there that have served and are still serving. And I really appreciate you. And also, yeah, comment if you want to. If you want to, I always like to read those, and I read them all. Okay, bye now.